Hey, good morning, everybody. So, we've been talking quite a bit about making sacrifices for our better tomorrow. And so, today I wanted to talk to you about the keys of success because this is going to be my last time to actually talk about this topic, right? So, first of all, what is success? People have different definitions of that. Um, there's success in relationships, there's success in business and school, success within your family. There's success with cancer victims, right? So there's different kinds of success. But I think for all kinds of success that you've reached a hurdle, that you've reached a goal, and you've been able to accomplish that. So if you have cancer and you're fighting cancer, the sun's coming through my window. So if you're fighting cancer, success would be that you've overcome it, right? Hopefully your definition of success has to do with something that someone can't take away. I remember when I was married, I asked my husband, did he feel like we were successful in life? And he said yes. And he defined that by the fact that we had built a new home in a certain area of town and we were traveling, and he thought that was a measure of success. But we were not successful in our marriage. And he forgot about that part. And as a result, we got a divorce and he lost the house, right? And the traveling. So success can be a certain definition that hopefully no one can take away from you. So I wanted to talk about being successful in making these sacrifices for a better tomorrow. There are certain keys, I think, that help people to be more successful in life in general. Number one, you have to stay really focused, right? You can't let anything deter you from the track that you're on. That means people, that means other occupations or preoccupations. I'm going to turn this just a little bit, guys. Oh, that's even more sun in my face, right? That's okay. It's a beautiful day, so I'm happy to see the sun, right? So I think that you have to be laser focused in what you're trying to achieve. Number two key is combined with that. And you have to know exactly what it is you're trying to achieve. If you're in a relationship with someone, what exactly are you trying to achieve? Don't just say, oh, I want a better relationship with my spouse. Say something like, oh, they keep calling me. Say instead that you want more communication or improved communication, or you want to speak to each other nicely. And if that's one of your goals, then how are you going to achieve that goal, right? And I know we're talking about sacrificing, but it also means that you have to understand what you're trying to achieve. So if my husband makes me angry and I've chosen to have better communication with him, that means that we have to sit down and nicely talk about it without using profanity, without, saying all kind of negative, mean, hateful things, right? It means we need to learn how to communicate with each other. So you have to be focused on your goals, and you have to understand the steps that it's actually going to take to achieve those goals. And you have to make those little sacrifices along the way, right? It means that sometimes I have to put another person's interests before mine. In business, I have companies, and so I have to measure my success by two things. One, how are we helping people in the community? And two, and that's judged by the feedback that we get, guys. It's judged by, oh, wow, this is really great. You guys give me so much feedback on all the videos that I put out there about how I'm helping you. And if I didn't get that feedback, then I wouldn't quite know if I was helping or not, would I? Some people don't comment on here, but you guys see me out and you tell me. You send me messages and you say, this was really powerful. This is truly helping me. if I didn't think I was helping anyone, I wouldn't continue to do these videos, right? So I am having a level of success that motivates me to continue, right? And then in business, numbers don't lie. I always say numbers don't lie. And in business, you have to have numbers. If you, for example, are working on in your personal life to buy a home, well, then what is it going to take to buy that home? How much down payment do you need? What does your credit score need to be? A number. A number. Both of those are numbers. Well, if it's going to take me, let's just say $10,000, $15,000 here in the Houston area as a down payment closing cost for a moderate home, 3.5% down FHA, then what am I doing to accomplish that goal? What steps am I actually taking? How much money am I saving every single month? And how many months is it going to take? My nephew, you guys have heard me mention him before. He wants to be a model. Well, there are certain things that he has to do to accomplish that goal. It's not all in his ability because he has to rely on his talent and other people to recognize his talent. But he has to do certain things in order to accomplish that goal. So these keys that I'm talking about, guys, being focused, being very detailed on your steps and your goals of what it takes, making those sacrifices, I think that's very important. And then, of course, we've talked about mindset before, about how important it is to be in the right frame of mind, to be positive, to know that you're able to accomplish your goals that you set before you and that you actually want those things in life. So I don't believe that you have to make sacrifices throughout life. I think that once you've made sacrifices on the ground level, your foundation, then everything else becomes easier. I truly believe that. I'm experiencing that. It does become a whole lot easier when you've accomplished so many goals in your life. I'll say one last thing. When I was 40 years old, some time ago, I remember actually crying in church. And I thought, well, I've accomplished all of my goals that I set before me. And, I was with my husband. We were in church. But then I realized that there was probably a couple of goals that I hadn't accomplished. One was that I wanted to give more time to church. I wanted to, volunteer and be more available. And I had spent an entire year of being so stressed out in my marriage that I hadn't given to anyone else. And I realized at that moment that my marriage was pretty much over. And that was one area that I was not going to be successful in, right? So, because my goal was to be married forever. And that didn't happen. But that was okay, wasn't it? Because I was successful for me, because I rediscovered me, and I became so available for so many people, and I became even more surrounded by love than just being married. So I hope this has been helpful to you guys. Please, if you need anything, let us know. We will be starting, I think, a new series next week. I am going to continue to post some things on this topic here this week. I have a few questions for you. So hopefully we can have some exchanges. And then we're going to focus on something new. If you guys have an idea of what you want me to focus on, please let me know, comment, and I will be entertaining those ideas so that we can start a new topic next week. All righty. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.